Alright, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome in. This is MLBNation.com back here with another video. Guys, welcome to MLB Week 2 predictions. I do apologize in advance right away that, well, to be honest with you, I actually got two things to apologize to. So, if you guys checked out the Smash Bros episode, the one I just previously just uploaded about corn, I do apologize in advance. My mic was a little bit off during that video, as you guys can probably tell. I put it in the comments, but I don't know if you guys read the comments. So, just in case you did, I just want to throw that out there. And two, I apologize in advance. This video is going to be out later than advertised. Normally I would get this out to like Wednesday. It's going to be out to like Sunday, something like that. So yeah, I apologize in advance. Probably about Sunday afternoon this is going to be out. Like I said, I apologize in advance. I'm sorry this had to occur, but you know what, it is what it is. So like I said, if you guys haven't, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button for me. Really appreciate your support all around the channel. We really love it. And make sure you guys as well go follow me on Twitch. I'm Mother27. You guys can see all our future streams on there. I don't know if I can get a stream today. I'll try to see if I can, but if not, I'll get a stream in tomorrow for sure. So yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and that we really do appreciate it. We got a lot of games this week. We have to look about the MLB standings. We got a lot of things we can flip-flop about it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Teams are off to shaky starts, teams are off to good starts, so we'll see. Maybe it's just a mid-season fluke thing, but we'll see. Like I said, it's too early this season to really make a prediction about what all these MLB teams are going to do this season. But like I said, we're going to dive into it. We actually do have somebody else joining the pick show for this week, and that is my boy Aiden. He's coming to the pick show. He actually did make a pick last week's pick show, but he only made an appearance. He got 9, so he's tied with Yeller. It's a pretty close leaderboard here throughout. Me and Chill lead the way with 10 wins each, and then so good start by majority of us, and then Yeller and Aiden with 9. So it's a pretty good start for all of us. You know, when if you're sitting up here getting like a 10-9 range, that's pretty good, especially when you only have to pick the series winner. Now, thankfully this week we have majority of the series. Well, I think everyone except one is 3 games. So I think only one of them's like a 4-game that could go for a possibility split. But besides that, everybody else is 3 games. So that kind of works out for me, because you have to pick a winner. Because even if it went 2-1, you're still picking a winner regardless. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. So we got a lot of games that's coming up this week. So let's go ahead and get at it. All right, first series, I should say, KC at Milwaukee. I don't know, but KC's they're off to a decent start, not the best start out there. Milwaukee's off to a decent start at home, but at the same time, Milwaukee has not been at home this season. So I think this is their home opener, I should say. And meanwhile, KC, they're not playing bad baseball either. You know, just coming off of they've been a little sluggish. I mean, you know, they've been in and out a lot. So, but like I said, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Like I said, you have to pick a winner. If you guys haven't checked out our last week pick show, make sure to do that. I explained everything and how everything was gonna go for this season. So, like I said, 3 games up the top up here. I'll pull my mouse up there if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But that means you have to pick a winner. And let's see what we got here. Chill's going with the KC Royals, which is definitely a pretty interesting pick there. Yeller going KC. I think Aiden's gonna go Milwaukee. I'm gonna go KC though. I'm thinking KC too. Milwaukee did get their ass kicked a couple times last week, so that times it was, who's Aiden go with? Okay, Aiden Lodong is going Milwaukee, but yeah, Milwaukee did get their ass kicked a little bit this week. I don't think that's a really good sign going to next week, but Milwaukee can still win this. You know, they're at home in this game. I think that will help. But there you go. Sorry, 3-1. All right, let's go. Like I said, we're gonna move a little bit faster pace this week. Twins at the White Sox. The White Sox. Listen, don't let the wins fool you for the White Sox. I still think this team is gonna be horrendous. This year they're gonna be horrible. But they did come out with like a series split. I don't think they won the series, but I think they came out with a split. And then the Twins are out to they're out to a decent start, not the greatest start in the world, but overall I do think that the Twins should be significantly the better team here. I don't think anybody's going to go for the White Sox series fluke yet. I don't think anybody's going to fall for that. So everybody guarantee here on the Twins. Like I said, normally I do the background colors of what uniforms I'm wearing. I don't know what uniforms he's wearing, so I'm just throwing things out just to throw things out. But I think it's pretty cool. I'll switch stuff every now and then. I'm not going to do it a lot, but I'll switch every now and then, just to give the teams a different touch. But yeah, all right. Guarantee on the Twins. Nobody falling for the White Sox trap just yet. Ooh, I actually like this series. Red Sox at Baltimore. The thing about the Red Sox is, or I should say this more about Baltimore. Baltimore is keep losing games that you would think they would win. And I know it's too early to judge the team right now, but you can say the same thing about the Red Sox. Actually, no, I'm gonna say that about both teams. Both teams should have won at least. Both teams should have at least like 4 or 5 wins at this point of the season. I mean, like both teams, like they played well. They just didn't win. So 3 games for the both of these, so somebody has to win this series. We'll go on Baltimore. Yeller's going to go with the Boston Red Sox. All right, so to win this series, I'm going to go with the Orioles. I think they will bounce back. This is their home opening series, I believe. So I do think the O's come in here and take care of business. But we have a good old-fashioned split. I mean, I can see it. This one can go either way. Aiden Yeller with the Red Sox, me and Will with the Orioles. So yeah, it's going to be close for sure. This is going to be one of the more entertaining series of the week. So let's see what's going on there. All right, who we got next? Rockies at the Phillies. I think this one's pretty easy. I think we're all going to go with the Phillies. Being honest, the Rockies do not look good at all last week. They didn't look good for 1 minute. Even when they did win, it didn't even look that good. Like they didn't look good winning the games. So I think this one is pretty obvious. The Phillies look great. They're great. The Phillies are out to a hot start this season. But at the same time, you can't expect that because the Phillies have a really good team under their belt. And I don't know what the Rockies offense is really going to do here. Like I'm trying to see what the Rockies offense can do, but at the same time, I think they're going to be very limited because Phillies defense is really good, and as a team, the Phillies should significantly be the better team here. So I think that's no question there. Everybody going along with the Phillies. Mets and Miami. I'll be honest, Miami's not off to a bad start this year. Let's be honest, they're not off to a bad start. They're actually above 500 by the time we're recording this. So they're not off to a bad start. Now could this be an early season thing? Yeah, it definitely could be. And this is a division battle. So and the Mets are not off to a bad start either. So we'll see. Could Miami be in this fluke? Yeah, I think so. I think everybody's gonna go with the Mets, right? Is anybody going to go Miami? Don't mind falling for it, just like the White Sox. Yep. Okay. All right. Everybody guarantee on the Mets, but Miami has not been playing that bad. So who knows? Who the hell knows what's coming up next? But Miami could win a game here. I'll be honest. They definitely could, especially how they've been playing recently. I know it's a small sample size, but Miami could get a win here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but it is what it is there. Rangers at Cincinnati. This is just another series I just don't know, man. I just don't know what's going on with either team right now. Texas Rangers. Now the Rangers are off to a hot start. The Reds, I'm not sure of. The Reds are off to a slow start, but the Rangers are off to a fast start. And the Rangers did look pretty good throughout their entire series last week. And I gotta go with them, right? I know Cincinnati they could win because this is probably the home opener too, but I'm gonna go with the Texas Rangers. I think they've been playing well. I'm gonna stick with them. I think they've been the better team so far. And the Reds did not really look that good. Reds didn't look too promising, but I will give them a game. I do think Texas will win this game 2-1. I'm not expecting any sweeps here, but unless it's clear and obvious. But I don't think there's any clear and obvious sweeps this week. But yeah, good old fashioned split there. Good. It's gonna be a good old series. We'll see what that takes place. Pittsburgh at Tampa Bay. I do apologize in advance if you can't see the Pittsburgh logo in this one. I try to do the best to mix it up with the yellow. I probably should have did the black logo instead, but whatever. They're going to be taking on against the Tampa Bay Rays, and actually, this is going to be pretty interesting here. Pittsburgh's not off to the greatest start this year. They only won 2 games when I'm recording this, so the Pittsburgh they're off to a slow start, but maybe they can start picking it up here. And Tampa Bay's at 500 right now. As I'm recording this, they're playing all right. They're playing at a decent level, but Pittsburgh's off to a slow start. They look a little suspicious right now, but let's see. Is everybody going Tampa Bay in this game? No. Okay, Aiden's gonna lone dog Pittsburgh here. That's not a bad pick to lone dog. I'll be honest, but when you look at it, I think the Rays have been playing better, and I know they haven't been playing as good as the Tampa Bay's are to Pittsburgh, but I do think Tampa Bay comes in here to take care of business. I mean, they're at home too. I think that helps. Pirates off to a slow start this year, so I'll go with the Rays there. All right, 3-1 in lone dog in this one to see if you can take advantage of that. Washington at Toronto. Listen, I like Toronto in black. I know they don't wear black uniforms, but I like Toronto in black. They look good. I'm not gonna be honest. So this may be the only time I do this, but I'm just looking at it like, holy shit, they look good. They actually look good. Washington is just being Washington right now. They suck. They're horrible. They're not good. Off to another slow start this year. I don't think Washington's really gonna do much. Toronto, they're off to a decent start. They're sitting right in the pack right now. So I think the better team here is definitely Toronto. Oh, Yellow's going Washington. Are you serious? But yeah, I just think the better team here is Toronto. I mean, this series could be close. Maybe Washington can win one game, but this is one of those series that I would predict a sweep in. I do think the Blue Jays will sweep the Nationals, but it's the MLB. Who knows? Who knows what happened? But if I'm making a bold prediction here, I would say that the Blue Jays sweep the Nationals. It's not discrediting the Nationals. It's just saying like which team is the better team right now and which team got off to a faster start, and all the boxes checked through Toronto. So yeah, Toronto take care of business here. Don't think that'll be a problem for them. Angels at the Cardinals. I don't know what's going on with the Angels, man. Like, they're not playing, like, this team is not really supposed to be that good, but they're not playing that bad. That's the thing about the Angels. Like, they're sticking around every single game. They're fighting in every single game. They're fighting for their lives every single game. And if they lose, they're just coming up short. And then majority of the times they do that, they win. So I have no idea what's going on with them. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are they're not out to a bad start either. So right around the 500 mark. So could this be an entertaining series? How the teams are playing right now? Sure, you can definitely go about that. Could the Angels win this series? Absolutely, they can. I think this isn't anybody's series, but let's see what we got here. Will with the Cardinals. He said he trusts the Cardinals more. Yellow's going Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals, and Aiden Cardinals. Okay, so everybody's taking the Cardinals. Nobody taking the Angels on the road. I can see it, man. I think this was going to be a 2-1 series. No matter how you look at it, like no matter how you look at this, it's going to be a 2-1 series. Like it's hard to predict a sweep here. It really is. But yeah, everybody taking the Cardinals in this one. San Fran at Houston. Houston is I know Houston's a really good team, but once again, they're off to a slow start this season. I mean, they're not off to the start. I mean, sure, they're sitting around the 500 range, but I expected them to be off to a faster start. And maybe that, like I said, I can't judge anything just yet because we only played 1 week of baseball, which is a really small sample size. But my gosh, guys, you gotta get up with these starts, man. That's what kind of killed you last season, off to these slow starts. And San Francisco, I mean, yeah, San Francisco's dominating right now. They're off to one of the best starts in the league so far this season. I think the right answer here is San Francisco, just the way they've been playing. But Houston might get their shit together and win this series. But yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with Houston. I still believe in them, but I'm probably gonna be wrong here. I think San Francisco's actually gonna win this series, but I'll lone dog. Will's joining me, so I'm kind of lone dog. I thought I was gonna lone dog this one, but yeah, Aiden Yeller with San Francisco, me and Will with the Astros, thinking that they're gonna play better. So we'll see this one. Yeller and Aiden probably take the safer option there. So we'll see how that goes. Guardians at the Padres. I like the way how. Let me look here. I like the way how San Diego's off to a decent start. No, they're playing at a really tough conference, or I should say, a really tough division. But they're off to a good start this year. Cleveland's off to a decent start this season. Not the best, not the worst. But I think with this one, I gotta go with the Padres, right? I think we're all going Padres. No, nobody. Yellow's gonna go with the Guardians. Okay, Yellow's taking the Guardians. Wow, Aiden's taking the Guardians too. Damn, I thought this was gonna be a guarantee. I'll be honest, because how good the Padres has been. On their start to the season, so yeah, I'm kind of shocked this one wasn't a guarantee, but you know what, it is what it is. We get to see what it's like. Detroit at Seattle. Here's the thing about Detroit. Yeah, do I think they're good? Yes. I think Detroit's really good. Now, Seattle is off to a terrible start this season. Seattle's not hot. But here's the thing about Detroit. Do I think Detroit's a good team? Absolutely. I think Detroit's a phenomenal team. But they're off to a shaky start, and they're playing in probably one of the worst divisions in the league. But I don't care. Wow, Seattle. Damn, but only Aiden's going to Detroit. God damn, I would think Detroit's probably the safer option here. But my God, holy shit, bro. All right, whatever. I mean, three of us were kind of taking the risk. Detroit is the better team, but Seattle, maybe at home, maybe this is an early season fluke thing. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of a risk there by everybody there. But Cubs at Athletics. Listen, I want to give some credit to Athletics. I really do. The Athletics, they're not winning a lot of games, but they're winning games that they should win. And without giving credit in that regard, but yeah, the Cubs are the better team here, right? Like as much as you want to pick the Athletics, but as much as you want to, even if you want to, you're thinking about doing it, but you really don't want to do it because you know the Cubs are the better team here. But man, this is tough luck for the A's. Like they're not even playing that bad. There's the only reason why we're picking against them is because they're playing against the better team. Like that is it. And I know they're at home in this one, and the A's could win a game, but yeah, I just gotta go with the Cubs, man. I think the Cubs are just the right answer here. I'll be clear and obvious there. Braves at the Dodgers. Listen, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Braves, but whatever it is, they need to get their shit together. I think the Braves have the Braves even won a game yet? Last time I checked, they were 0-7. Yeah, as I'm recording this right now, they're still without a win. So that's pretty damn crazy. And then you're playing on the road against a super team like the Dodgers. I mean, like, come on, man. This one's easy, especially how both of these two teams have got off to one of the shittiest starts, playing against one of the hottest starts in the league. I mean, come on, man. This should be an ass meeting. That's what it's saying, but I don't really think this is going to be an ass beating. Well, I will predict a sweep. I do think the Dodgers will sweep the Braves, just the way both these two teams have been playing so far this year. But realistically, this should not be a sweep because the Braves are supposed to be really good this year as well. So it's still early. It's a small sample size. It's early, but maybe that's a little slight concern for the Braves. How slow of a start they are going to do. Do I think they'll turn around? Yeah, but we gotta wait for it. We gotta see what happens. But we'll see about that. Astros and Twins. I think this is the second series for the Houston Astros, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about this series, man. I really don't know. I've been looking at it, but both teams are not off to a good start this year. I just don't know. I feel like I gotta give it to the Twins because they're at home, but at the same time, I don't know. So. But I think Houston's probably the better option here. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Astros. I'm gonna take them on the road. I don't know about this series. You could go either way about this. We have a guarantee on the Astros. It's not the best guarantee. It's not the worst guarantee. Let's say both teams are off to Not both teams are a little slow to start off, but you could turn around a little bit. I don't know. It really depends, but yeah, we have a guarantee on Houston. Not the best thing in the world, not the worst thing in the world to take, but you know what it is, and we'll find out. Diamondbacks at the Yankees. Listen, the New York Yankees might be one of the league's best teams this season. The Yankees look fucking good. They look good, and as I'm starting to get more into, as the MLB season keeps going, I'm starting to watch a little bit more on the MLB, and the Yankees look good. Don't get me wrong, the Yankees look fantastic. Meanwhile, for the Diamondbacks are off to an okay start this year. You know, they're not off to the worst start in the world, but there are some areas that they could be better. I can definitely see in advance, but when you're playing against a team like the Yankees on the road, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to predict them. But Will's gonna go ahead and do it. Yellow's gonna go ahead and do it too. I'm gonna take the Diamondbacks as well, man. I think I'm taking the upset. As Will is Aiden is taking the safe route. He's going with the Yankees. The reason why I say the safe route is because the Yankees are probably going to win this series, but and it's just the rest of us are just taking the risk. But I don't know, man. Like something's telling me like the Diamondbacks are going to win this series. Like it's going to be for absolutely no reason too. And as I'm recording this, the Yankees haven't even lost a game yet. So, but I mean, shit. I mean, I don't know. Something's telling me like the Yankees should win this series. But at the same time, there's like a slight feeling that like the upset or some type of upset is going to happen here. So, man, I don't know, man. We're all taking a risk here. I like people taking the risk. All right, and like I said earlier, this was our only series this week that we have 4 games. And we have Cincinnati at Milwaukee. Like I said, you do have this series split option, so if you want to go that route, if you do think these two teams will tie at 2 games apiece, you'll put your token right there at the series split category. But let's see if anybody's going to go to. Okay, Will's going to do it. He thinks this is going to be a split. I mean, that's understandable. Both these two teams are not off to the greatest start. They play kind of similar, so I get it. Yellow are going to go Milwaukee to win this series. Understandable, I get it. I'm feeling the same thing as Will. I'm feeling it's a series split. I don't necessarily think that. I mean, there's a good chance that the series does not be a split, but yeah, I'll go the split. You know, both teams not playing that well. We don't really have enough information about both teams, so I'll take the split. And then Aiden's gonna go with Cincinnati to win this series. So there you have it. Almost kind of like a good old-fashioned split because, you know, you got 1-1, you got 2 of us in the middle. But yeah, this is where you go either way. We'll see. Milwaukee probably has a chance to get their shit together at home. So yeah, we'll see though. That's our only series with 4 games this week. White Sox at Detroit. Let's go ahead and I'm pretty sure everybody's taking Detroit to win this game, right? I think this is one of the more easier picks this week, right? It's gotta be up there for one of the easiest picks for this week. Yeah, Detroit. Detroit. Actually, I love this Detroit with blue logo with that logo. I really like it. Let me guys know in the comments below if you guys think I should change anything about this, but yeah, Detroit. I love what I did with Detroit. I think they look fantastic, but I kind of do going into the series like everybody's gonna take Detroit because Detroit's just significantly better than the White Sox. I mean that's not me telling a fib. I mean, I'm not just hating on the White Sox. That's just me telling the truth. Like, and I'm just being honest here, I should say. But everybody take Detroit. That should be a pretty easy series there for Detroit. Cardinals at the Red Sox. I don't know, man. I don't know. Both teams are identical. Both teams almost have the same record. I don't know. I really don't know. Shit. I don't know. I'll say this one. Go what you got. Go what you got, and hopefully that works out. Will's taking the Cardinals. Yeller with the Red Sox. I'm gonna go with the Red Sox, and Aiden gonna go with the Cardinals. Like I said, just go what you got on this one. We don't have enough information. Both teams are playing similar. Both teams have almost the same score identically. Both teams have decent offenses. Both teams have decent defenses. Go what you got here. That's literally the only thing I can say about this series. Literally the only thing I can say. Now, whoever wins, I'm just gonna go with the Red Sox because they're the home team. But Go what you got this one. Hopefully that is right. Whoever wins this series is going to win 2-1. They ain't going to beat us with this one. Let me tell you. All right, next we got the Padres at the Cubs. In my opinion, this is one of the more entertaining series of the week. If you're asking me, because I do think San Diego is still a pretty good damn team, and the Cubs have been pretty impressive to start the year. So yeah, I think we're up for moving this one. Both teams are off to a great start to the season. Chicago being at home though, like that's a thing for me. Like when you have, and I think I say this all the time about no matter what kind of sport we're doing, but when you see two good teams going at it, you just gotta go with the home team. Like what do you think? Just now anybody can win this series, but I'm gonna go with the Padres. But okay, that's crazy. This should be a good old-fashioned split anyway. But when you look at two good teams like this, you just think you might just have to go with the home squad. But yeah, I think the Padres are really good on the road. Like I said, small sample size, we don't know too much yet, but the Padres could be pretty damn good on the road, and I think they're off to a decent start there. So I'm gonna go with them. But this is a little risk. Like I don't know, it's risky both sides because, like I said, both teams have been pretty damn good this season. So we'll see. That should be a fun one there. Toronto at the New York Mets. I feel like I gotta go. I mean, this one's kind of like what I said about the Cardinals and the Red Sox series. This one could go either way. Just try your guts on this one. We're gonna go with the Blue Jays. Yellow's taking the Mets. I would take the Mets because they're the home team, and Aiden is taking the Mets. All right. I'm gonna say go what you got here. I think this one can go either way. Both teams got to play similar. This is kind of repeat what I said about the Cardinals and Red Sox series. Like, so just go what you got. Hopefully that goes out well for you. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Mets on that one. Athletics at the Rockies. This is probably, and no disrespect to both teams, this is probably the worst series this week. I'll be completely honest, just because I don't think really anybody has any interest in this series. Like sure, you're watching the Rockies, and the Rockies suck. Okay, they're fucking horrible. But the Athletics, like they're not good, but they're okay. They're just decent at best. So that's why I'm saying this is probably going to be the worst series this week. And I do apologize about disrespecting your team, which I'm really not. I'm just saying because it's the truth. But I do think that the A's should win this series. I do think they are the better team here, even on the road. I know Colorado is at home in this series, but if you had to choose between the two sides, I trust the Athletic side way more than I trust the Rocky side. So yeah, that's probably what everybody's thinking about here. So everybody with the Athletics in this one. Nobody really giving too much of a hope on the Rockies. I'm not giving hope to the Rockies until I at least see it. I need to see it first for me to put some motivation into them. So I'm not gonna do it yet. Rockies look horrible. Athletics look at least somewhat standable. So I'll take them. We'll take them this series. Yankees at Pittsburgh. Why do I think this is gonna be a good series? Like, I think this one's gonna. I don't know why, but I keep thinking like this series is gonna go down to the wire, and I don't know why. Maybe because Pittsburgh's at home. I don't know, because Pittsburgh's not off to a good start this season. Pittsburgh's off to a horrible start this season, but the Yankees are. This is one of those trap games. I think of this as a trap game. I really do for the Yankees, but I'm not falling for it. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeller's gonna fall for it. Okay, bet. I took Pittsburgh. Wow. I might change that pick, man. I think everybody's gonna change that pick. Yankees. Let me see. Yeah, everybody's. Yeller did say he did switch to the Yankees, and yeah, I'm gonna switch to the Yankees as well. So, but when I do the scoreboard, you guys will see it. But me and Yeller are going to the Yankees. So this is a guarantee. Everybody picking the Yankees. And this one, Yankees, I mean, they're just significantly the better team, okay? Now, let's just be honest. They're just significantly better than Pittsburgh. They're off to a better start and a better team. They got a much loaded roster. So yeah, everybody going to go Pittsburgh. I'll change that in just a few moments here. Seattle at San Francisco. Kind of like what I said. Seattle, they can't make up some ground, but San Francisco's off to a phenomenal start this season. And, so yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants. of this one. Now, Seattle can compete in this series. I'll be honest, Seattle can compete. Even though they're off to a slow start, I do think Seattle could win a game here. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants, especially being at home, much faster start, better team, being at home. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants. And by the way, Yeller and Will say they were gonna go with the Giants as well. So once again, I will fix that in a minute. So this was another guarantee. Everybody take the Giants. Diamondbacks at Washington. Man, why do we have so many goddamn games? I don't know why. I feel like we're never gonna get this done, but I'm gonna go and give credit to Washington, but I think I gotta go with the Diamondbacks, right? I'm gonna go with the Diamondbacks. I really do want to see Washington win this series, but I mean, you do have somebody picking you. I mean, you do have Aiden lone dogging you, but I think the Diamondbacks are just a better team. I don't want to say that and be disrespectful to Washington, but and like I said, I do hope Washington wins this series. I will be rooting for them, but I'm not expecting them to. Maybe they do get a game. Maybe they're down 2-0 this series. They get one game, but like I said, can I actually pick them to win this series against the Diamondbacks? I'm like, I don't know. I think this one was just too hard for me to do that. So yeah, 3-1. Aiden low dunk in Washington. Let's see if we can get that right. Dodgers at the Phillies. This is gonna be a good fucking series, man. Whoever wins this series is gonna win 2-1. This ain't gonna be no sweep. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Both these teams are off to a fantastic start of the season. Both these teams are probably gonna be really good this year. Damn, this is like fuck that. Fuck what I said about earlier. Best series. This is the best series of the week. I don't care what you say. This is the best series of the week. But let's see what we got here. I'm curious who everybody got here between two legitimate elite teams. Will's gonna go with the Dodgers on the road. Yellow's gonna go with the Phillies. Like there's really no wrong answer here, no matter who you pick. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers as well. And Aiden's gonna go with the Phillies. I respect it. Good old fashioned split. I like that. This is anybody's game. That could go either way. I like that. This is a good old fashioned split. I like that. Great series. I will be watching this more than I watch anything else this week. I'll guarantee that. Miami at Atlanta. Does Miami have a chance here? Do the Miami Marlins actually have a chance here? Can Atlanta's not be good? Do I think they have a chance? Yes. I think Miami actually has a shot. Do I think they'll win the series? Probably not. But it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question, for sure. Especially how Atlanta's been starting off the season. Not out of the question. But I think everybody's going to take the Braves. Yeah, everybody's going to take the Braves. But, hey, it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question. I don't know. Miami can be sneaky. Miami could win a game. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick them all to win a game. I think they will win. But, I don't know, man. This feels like another trap series. It feels like you might pick Miami because they're off to a slighter start. They're off to a better start this year, but I don't know. We'll see. Stuff happens. Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh my God! Why the hell did I put Cleveland Cavaliers? Oh no! Hold up! Time out! I'm gonna fix that real quick. Oh my gosh! I don't know why I did that. Woo! Oh my gosh, how in the hell did I do that? Alright, here we go. Alright, anyway, Baltimore at KC. This should be another pretty interesting series. But I feel like no matter who you go with here, no matter what direction you go with this should be another pretty entertaining series. Like I don't think this should be a blow at all. Should be a pretty interesting series, but I think I put Cleveland Cavaliers because I was working on NBA at the same time. But so yeah, KC going with the Will. Will's going Baltimore. I gotta go Baltimore as well. Like I do think KC is capable of winning a game, but I'm not gonna sit here picking against the Orioles. I'm not going to because I love this team so much that I just don't think they'll lose. But if they do lose, will I be shot? No, because you're going to KC, you're going against a decent team. But But yeah, I'll go with the O's. I like that team so much. I really do. So I'll go with the O's. But Will No Dog KC, not a bad pick there. Come on, we gotta be almost done with this shit. Tampa Bay at Texas. I'm going with the Rays, man. I'm going with the Rays. As much as you want to go Texas, give credit to Texas. Texas throw up, and honestly, picking the Rays here is kind of a slight risk because how good the Rangers have been to start the year. But I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I'm gonna take the risk here, and I will take the risk as well on the road. Probably Aiden and Yeller probably making the best decision out of all of us here, but like I said, there's another season to go either way, so we'll see what happens there. Cleveland at Los Angeles. Is this our last series of the day? I think so, but let me just tell the facts here. Cleveland's just a better team, right? I don't think any arguments there has to be said. Sure, Los Angeles has been decent to start of the year, but I'm not going to count on them to beat against a good Cleveland Guardians team. So, but could they win this series? Yeah, I might give the A's a game. I might, but I'm not really expecting them to win this series. But Cleveland looks all right. Angels look all right, but I think if you're breaking every team down, I think Cleveland's just a better team. That's all I got. But we'll see. It's a small sample size. We're still early in the season. Anything can happen. Alright guys, and that's gonna do it for MLB Week 2 prediction. That was a long week, but I'm pretty sure Week 2 gonna be like this. So otherwise, we're gonna get into everything. We're gonna probably next week we're going to get into the picks right away, and then explain everything as I go. So yeah, like I said, I do appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is BigRatation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch on time, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. See you next time.